Many have tried, none have succeeded. Will this time be different? Welcome back to the shenanigans, guys. I'm your host, Tommy Tsunami. Today, we'll be going over the Fantastic Four on our final movie of the MCU Rewatch. Just in time for brand new day in a couple of weeks here. As always, we'll be going over the good, the bad, and the ugly. This one will be quite the this will be quite the video. There's a lot to go over here as it is our current standing, where we are in the MCU, what's ahead of us, and let's get right into it with the good. We immediately learn that this Fantastic Four is from a new universe, so we're continuing that multiverse saga. It'll make a whole lot more sense once we get to the end. We talk about all of that stuff coming in the future. As the movie starts, we get a cool little highlight reel of their past adventures, their powers. We kind of see what they can do, and a very, very short origin story. That's the key to me. Keep the origin story short. Every Fantastic Four movie in the past has kind of focused too much on that, and it takes too much time in the movie to be able to really draw out a bad guy or anything like that in terms of a big bad. You just get limited on time without making a really long movie. That was a really, really good way to do an intro to this movie. It does have a bit of a Jetsons vibe, which is kind of cool. Futuristic, but still kind of old school looks to things, kind of the way things are drawn out and designed. Throughout this entire movie, multiple people keep teasing Ben about to say it's clobbering time, because in this universe the Fantastic Four cartoon does exist. So everyone that watches the cartoon thinks that Ben actually says it's clobbering time. Every time he says it's just the cartoon, guys. It's not me. That's not what I say. So that was quite the good running joke. We did get the Silver Surfer, and we got her pretty quick into the movie, which is great. Silver Surfer has always been my favorite Fantastic Four character. Something about Silver Surfer was just always super cool to me. They did kind of a ripoff too in the cartoon Doug back in the 90s. Oh my god, my nose itches. Which was cool. They did a kind of a little spin-off. I loved that cartoon. That was a great show. Another good is Johnny Storm actually smart for once. He actually does stuff right, and conveniently he kind of saves the day and figures out Silver Surfer's messages and language through all these messages they found in space. It's very weird having Johnny Storm be one of the smart ones, because he never was, from what I remember. Galactus is starting off super strong, which is great. We're sizing up Galactus to be this huge big bad, which, if you know who Galactus is in the comics, he is that guy. So great start to that. They show him conversing with Silver Surfer. They make him look super, super big, huge, super strong. We know he can destroy worlds with ease. Sue's invisibility power is done very well when they're in space, because they go to space to confront Galactus. So she ends up going invisible in the ship at one point. Looks really, really good. Which I was a little worried about that. I didn't know if they were going to give us like an outline to kind of show where she is. Galactus says that Franklin has infinite power. This, to me, screams that Franklin is the future of the MCU. My opinion, this made it seem like Franklin will be what everything after I mean, well, we got Secret Wars still, so probably everything Secret Wars on will somehow either involve Franklin or will be about him, something along those lines. He will be the center of the MCU as he's growing up and grows up. I don't know if the Silver Surfer lore is correct. I never read the comics. I believe it is. But I do love that the torn feelings of Silver Surfer, not really wanting to do this, but sacrificing herself to Galactus for her people. That was a nice little twist, because you can definitely see throughout the movie that she knows she's not doing what's right, but she doesn't really have a choice because it's Galactus. Then at the end, we get Johnny flying with Ben, doing their firebomb dive thing that they do. And Ben finally says it's clobbering time. Johnny teases him just enough for him to say it. Silver Surfer does get the final blow, saves Johnny, and Franklin saves Mama. My take on this, maybe a hot take, but Sue's the MVP of the Fantastic Four, without a doubt. Sue carried them. Sue and Johnny, I should say. But Sue is definitely the MVP and did 90% of the work. Johnny just figured out that they just figured out her language. That's it. Which was huge, but Sue really saved the day. On to the bad. Latveria not at the UN conference. Little confused if there was a reason for that, and I just haven't seen it in the TV shows. It could be with Daredevil having released, but they were not there, and they never mentioned it again. So that was a bit weird. The bad, let Ben get the girl. He had that cute redhead flirting with him. He didn't even try. So hopefully, if we get a second Fantastic Four movie, they'll bring her back. They'll give Ben a little bit of a love story, because he never gets one. Obviously, he's a giant human rock, so kind of makes sense why. But Sue was fighting Galactus and didn't lose the baby? ? And with Silver Surfer's hand going inside of her and through her, no effect on Franklin. I'm guessing infinite power, but he's not born yet, so I don't know how he could have infinite power before he's born. So I thought that was a little bit weird. And also, how do we have a baby in space? That I'm a little confused on that too. The baby thing, you could have just had that down on Earth, I think, and done it without her having the baby in space. It is what it is. Reed Richards is a terrible TV host. He tries to be like a Bill Nye type guy. Kids hate him. I grew up loving Bill Nye. If he did things like Bill Nye, he probably would have been a successful TV host, because he sees they're all bored and just says, who wants an explosion, and blows something up. Now, blowing stuff up is cool, but you shouldn't have to do that if you're a TV host. Also, Silver Surfer was a pretty big threat immediately, and that only lasted about 5 minutes. Then you're just like, oh, she's just a henchman. Never mind. So that could have been done a little bit better. Reed teleports an egg, and suddenly he thinks he can teleport the entire planet. I know you got a big head, Reed, but come on. You moved an egg. You didn't move anything huge. So I don't know how moving that egg, automatically he just says, oh, we can do this with the entire planet. Because, spoiler alert, it backfired. It didn't work. I don't like that Sue used Franklin as bait. I get why, but I don't think she should have been the one to do it or suggest it. I think it should have been one of the guys. There's no way a mother who just gave birth to that child is giving that child up as bait. No way. Galactus looked awesome in the beginning, looked like this huge big bad, but he just didn't seem large enough in the New York City scene when he's walking through. I feel like he could have been a bit larger in that scene. But that's about it. Other than that, I think they did Galactus pretty well. And now on for the ugly. There's only two here. One, did they really think they could swap the baby for an empty carrier and Galactus wouldn't know it? Really? Like, that didn't make any sense. And then Mole Man, sadly, not a mole, just an actor. I know his name, but it's coming to me in a brain. It's a brain fart. Paul Walter Hausen. There we go. Just a human, not a mole, sadly. And on to our end credit scene and our score. End credit scene starts with 4 years later. ... Sue is reading books with Franklin. Get a cute little mom and son moment. Sue goes to get something, I believe, from the kitchen. Comes back, and suddenly Doctor Doom is in the same room as Franklin, and we just end it there. So, with Brand New Day and Doomsday coming, this was just like a, hey, get ready for it. I don't think we had an actual exact date when this movie came out, but I knew we had an idea. My score for it is an 8 out of 10. By far the best Fantastic Four movie ever made. A pretty good movie, not an S tier Marvel movie by any means, but a very good Fantastic Four movie from what we've gotten in the past. With that being said, I did not mention it in the last video. Part of me does think that Bob or Sentry, whatever you want to call him, I do think he's going to play a part in the new Spider-Man movie with the whole Void and things like that. That the whole, I don't want to say other world because it's not another world, but it puts people into this dark mental state where they're going through all these memories. And the Spider-Man trailer is talking about people not being themselves, their DNA mutating. Does the dark side of Sentry do that to people? We don't know what exactly it does other than puts people into this never-ending cycle of memories. That probably won't come true, but I could see where they would use it. As to what we've seen right now, that's the only thing I can see that has been introduced that could in any way, shape, or form affect Spider-Man, I guess. It's probably going to be the Hand and then a new big bad. I don't know that he's going to be the big bad, but I wouldn't be surprised if the dark side of Sentry's powers are part of Spider-Man Brand New Day. And then we have Doomsday in December, with Endgame re-releasing in theaters, I believe, in November, with more scenes. So definitely be sure to go see that in the theaters. I will be. If the scenes are important enough, which I'm assuming they will be, we'll talk about them. We'll kind of go over all that stuff leading up to Doomsday. And then going forward, let me know what you guys want me to review, break down, because we're up to current stuff. But I'm not against watching new things. But the next big ones I know that I will definitely be watching. We definitely got to do the Super Mario movie. That one, still haven't seen it, but I do plan on watching that the next week. Got to catch up on Daredevil, so we'll do some Daredevil stuff. Toy Story just came out. We got a lot of stuff, guys, so let me know in the comments what you guys want to talk about, what you guys want views. what you want to see. You let me know. We're gonna try and find some fun new ways to talk about the movies and break them down. We're gonna try and find some fun games, maybe get some people in to join me. That way we get some extra points of view. But again, like the video, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff. Let me know your hot takes. As always, we shenan once, we will shenan again. And we'll catch you guys in the next video.